Alright guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to run through a couple examples using the chain rule for differentiation. We're going to go through these 4 examples here. And just before we get started, I want to remind you that this tutorial is part of a full free course on calculus. This is available on engineerforfree.com/calculus. The link is in the description below. But each of these is a video that's about 5 to 10 minutes long, like this one. So I cover basic functions, limits, derivatives, applications of differentiation, optimization, integrals, and there's a couple practice problems throughout as well. So the link is in the description below. So we want to jump straight into the first example here using the chain rule. If you have a function that is inside of another function, that is a good candidate for using the chain rule. So the way that we talk about this is we have f of g of x. So if we're looking to take the derivative of this, look at this here. We have sine of 3x to the power of 4. So 3x to the power of 4 is a function. We're going to call that g of x. Let's label this on here. That's going to be g. And then sine of g is another function. So that's going to be f. You can write of g of x here or f of x here if you prefer. So in order to find the whole derivative of the function sine of 3x to the power of 4, we're going to follow this method here where we're going to take f prime of g of x times g prime of x. And what this really means is just take the derivative of the outside and then multiply it by the derivative of the inside. You're going to see this apply to all of these different forms that we have here. So getting started, the derivative of sine of x is cos of x. So we're just going to write that out. So we'll start off with cos of, and it's not x here, it's actually g of x, so cos of 3x to the power of 4. We're going to bring in everything that's inside. So that is the derivative of f of g of x. It's just the derivative of the outside. So the derivative of sine of something is cos of that something. And then we're going to multiply this by g prime of x, so the derivative of g of x, basically the derivative of the inside. So we use the power rule for that, so we're going to bring down that 4, so it's going to be 12x to the power of 3. And then we can just clean this up. You probably want to write it with a 12 out front. So we'll say that this is 12x to the 3 times cos of 3x to the power of 4. So that is the derivative. Okay, so let's do this again. Here we have ln of 4x squared plus 3. So there's a function here called 4x squared plus 3. We're going to call that g of x. Okay, and then we have ln of something. We have ln of g of x. We're going to call that f of x, or sorry, f of g of x. Technically, I should have written this as f of g of x. But to be honest, the way that I look at this is I look at, again, we're taking the derivative of the outside times the derivative of the inside. So let's just do that. We have f prime of g of x. That is basically the derivative of the outside. So the derivative of ln of something is just 1 over that something. So it's going to be 1 over 4x squared plus 3. Now, the derivative of ln of x and the derivative of sine x are common derivatives that you should know. There's a table on the website where you can check these. The link is also in the description below, but basically these are some derivatives that you're going to need to memorize for Calculus 1. And here we have the derivative of ln of x is just 1 over x. And this applies to a function as well. So if the derivative of ln of something is equal to 1 over something. All right, so we have completed the first part of the expression, the derivative of the outside, and we need to multiply that by the derivative of the inside. And the inside here is 4x squared plus 3. So the derivative of that, the first term, is going to be a product rule again, so bring down that 2 and subtract 1, so we'll be left with 8x. And the second term here is a constant, and the derivative of a constant is 0, so we just add 0, and it's just not there. So the derivative of this function is going to be equal to 8x over 4x squared plus 3. All right, let's move on to the next one here. So we have e to the power of 3x minus cos of x. So we have e to the power of something. This whole something is a function. We're going to call this stuff in the exponent. We're going to call this g of x. And then this whole thing is going to be f of g of x. So we're going to take the derivative of the outside, and we're going to multiply it by the derivative of the inside. And e to the power of anything, if you take the derivative of e to the x, it's e to the x. So f prime of g of x is just going to be itself, which will be e to the 3x minus cos of x times g prime of x, so we're taking the derivative of the inside. Now, notice there's 2 terms here, so we're going to have some brackets. The derivative of 3x is just 3. Using the power rule, the exponent, we bring 1 down and subtract 1 from the exponent. And the derivative of cos of x is negative sine of x. So we can just clean this up a little bit. Let's bring this part out front, and we'll just write that this is all equal to sine of x plus 3 times e to the power of 3x minus cos of x. And that is the derivative of e to the power of 3x minus cos of x. All right, let's go through and do the final example here. So let's identify what's going on here. We have 12 to the power of 3x sine x. So again, this whole exponent up here is going to be called g of x. This is a function of x. And the larger part of it we're going to call f of g of x. So we're looking for f prime of g of x, which is just the derivative of the outside, times g prime of x, which is the derivative of the inside g of x. Now this is an exponential function, and this also comes from our table of derivatives to know. And so if we have the derivative of a to the power of x, this is equal to a to the power of x times ln of a. In our case, a is 12, so we're just going to write this as 12 to the exponent, which is 3x sine of x, times ln of 12. And that is the derivative of the outside, or f of g of x. And then we need to multiply this by the derivative of the inside, or the derivative of g of x. And for this, we're going to have to use the power rule. And for this, we're going to have to use the product rule, because g of x is made up of two parts. It's 3x and sine of x, where 3x is going to be considered f and sine of x is going to be considered g, and the derivative of f times g is going to be equal to f prime g plus f g prime. So let's start off with some brackets here because it's going to get a little bit messy. So the derivative of f is 3x, or sorry, the derivative of 3x is 3 times g, which is sine of x, plus f, which is 3x times g prime, and the derivative of sine of x is cos of x. So that is the derivative of the original function. All right, guys, that's it for the chain rule. I'll see you in the next calculus tutorial.